Deep beneath the oceans, inside your phone, and in labs you'll never hear about, is the most advanced military projects going on today. There's one agency involved in all these areas, and their technologies are moving us into a very interesting and strange future. The Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, DARPA.
This agency is going to create the vast weapon systems of the future. That is what DARPA does. They are always 20 years ahead of anything that you or I know. So any technology that is like, what the hell was that I just saw and you're not supposed to have seen, that's DARPA.
They were doing Neuralink in the 90s, right?
They are always doing things 20 years before you know about them, because they do what is called blue sky technology.
Blue sky research and technology, yes.
Blue sky research is when research is done with no intentional end goal. It's explorative research into anything and everything just to see what comes from the process. One area DARPA is very interested in researching is our oceans. There are connections between DARPA and Google. DARPA-funded projects have fed into Google's world, like the internet itself, ARPANET, GPS, speech recognition, and AI research. A lot of the same people work for both of these companies. DARPA funded Boston Dynamics, a robot company, which was eventually bought by Google and then later sold to a company, SoftBank. So there's no absolute connection between these companies, but there is a lot of intertwining and overlaps between people who work there and the products created that were first for military applications and then given or sold to Google for consumer usage. And apparently DARPA is spending billions of dollars on underwater drones.
DARPA and Northrop Grumman released new images of the in-development Manta Ray uncrewed underwater vehicle. In a release from the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, officials said the distinctive UUV completed full-scale in-water testing recently. Operators of the Northrop Grumman-built vehicle tried out all of the Manta Ray's propulsion and control features, and DARPA said the prototype is ready for real-world operations. The Manta Ray is intended to present a new class of long-duration, long-range, payload-capable UUVs ready for maritime missions, according to DARPA.
Ooh, whoa, that thing's spooky.
Oh, so that's an article I wrote. That's pretty cool. That is the Manta, a DARPA-developed ocean drone. Yeah.
DARPA-developed ocean drone.
That's right, yeah.
That was Tim Gallaudet on Danny Jones' podcast. Tim is an American oceanographer and retired Rear Admiral in the United States Navy. Tim worked for the Department of Commerce for the Under-Secretary of Commerce for Oceans and Atmosphere, and acting administrator of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, also known as NOAA.
Obviously, start with the internet. That's a good thing. So
DARPA invented the internet.
Yes, absolutely true.
Wow. Did DARPA invent GPS?
Sort of. What we did is we actually got GPS into a small form factor. So that's what DARPA did. So the fact that you can have GPS in your cell phones or things like that was absolutely prompted by DARPA.
Okay, did you invent Siri?
Yes, Siri came out of my office.
But if you were to ask anybody in this country who invented Siri, they'd say Apple.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I think we should ask Siri.
Okay.
Do you have your cell phone?
I do.
Well, let's see what she says.
All right, let's see. Siri, who invented you?
Like it says on the box. Designed by Apple in California.
Design? Siri, what if I told you DARPA invented you? What would you say?
I think different.
Apple. They get all the credit.
Great.
We get none of the credit.
You know what? That's the best transition in the world.
It is? That's okay with DARPA.
Oh, yeah. Because Apple had a huge role in inventing Siri as well. It's not like I handed them a finished product. We handed them a bunch of technologies that were very useful, and it was their job to then take that...
Well, not useful, essential.
Yes.
Remember how DARPA had connections to Google? Well, they also have connections to Facebook. In 2017, Facebook announced at its F8 conference that it was working on a silent speech brain typing project at Building 8, a secretive lab led by Regina Duggan, who was formerly director of DARPA. DARPA invests in AI, AR, and VR, machine learning, and human-computer interface. Facebook and Meta also invests heavily in the same fields, mainly through the company Reality Labs. Many of the researchers involved in these projects cycle between DARPA-funded universities, defense contractors and companies like Facebook. On February 4th, 2004, we see that the Pentagon canceled its so-called LifeLog project, an ambitious effort to build a database tracking a person's entire existence. Run by DARPA, LifeLog aimed to gather in a single place just about everything an individual says, sees, or does. Coincidentally, on the exact same day that LifeLog was canceled, Facebook was created, a platform that grew into exactly what LifeLog was trying to achieve, but by willing participants.
Project Insect Allies modifies flying insects to attack crops. These insects resist disease and repair each other's injuries in the field. Then there's the Hybrid Insect Microelectrical Mechanical Systems, or HIMEMS. This project, along with Project Dragonfly, creates miniature flying cyborgs. Beetles, moths, and dragonflies become undetectable spies with cybernetic implants and solar-powered guidance systems. They can be controlled remotely or operate autonomously using AI. They've created remote-controlled rats. DARPA trains bees to find landmines. They're developing claytronics, programmable shape-shifting matter. They're developing nuclear-powered spacecraft, autonomous vehicles, and weapons of all kinds.
They built a DARPA robot called the Eater robot, EATR, I forget what it stands for, but it's fueled by biological material.
Dude. Sometimes I feel like scientists don't watch any movies.
Or they watch them all.
Oh, they watch them all and like, I want to do that.
They're like, what do we do? What are we doing here? We're making weapons, all right? What's the best way to fuel these things? Is it solar? Should we get out there and fill their tank up with gas? Or let them eat bodies?
DARPA is involved in advanced plant technologies where they intend to use biological sensors inside of plants to detect what is going on and give that information to people in need in that specific area. Years ago, and continuing on to this day, I'm sure, DARPA has been involved in a subterranean challenge, seeking out private contractors to create technologies that can be used in tunnel systems, urban underground, and natural cave networks. DARPA is actively involved in various projects relating to injecting insects. They've developed a device that connects to an insect's brain and flight muscles, turning it into a miniature drone. There's also accusations that they're involved in creating biological weapons that can be delivered via virus-infected insects. DARPA has worked on technologies where they can direct a person's voice to a singular person off in the distance. This is similar to the technology referred to as the voice of God, a long-range acoustic device which can project sound over long distances with clarity, often used in military and crowd control scenarios.
Great. This is a test of the long-range acoustic device LRAD. The LRAD can project live voice or pre-recorded messages and sounds across great distances with astonishing clarity. The LRAD product family features a broad range of systems, from the compact and portable LRAD 100X to the fully integrated remote-controlled LRAD 1000RX. LRAD is the global leader in acoustic hailing devices.
A voice only you can hear, DARPA's sonic projector. So they would pinpoint it to one target.
Hey, you. Ma'am, please wake up.
Wake up.
You're sleeping in the library.
Most people of his age don't know much about sound. The whole idea of his sound spotlight system is to make sure that only one person can hear him, even though they're 20 meters away.
Hey, you there. You on the laptop.
Look at her. She's like, what?
Illegal files to the library network? I hope not. Hey, you there, studying. Miss, can you hear me?
Look at these girls. All these girls are like, what?
But the point of this, when you say, is DARPA doing the most advanced technology? Maybe, but maybe there's another organization like NRO. I mean, people forget there are at least 17 intelligence agencies.